Okay, we're starting off a little early this evening. I changed my mind. I was going to use surface coat on this, but I'm just going to cast it. We'll save the surface coat for something better. And thank you for the like, Tony, before I even said anything. All right, what I have here is HAC AlumaCast 560 and 9234 hardener. And I've already stirred it up and I mixed. This is 900. I don't know if it's going to be enough or not. This is 926 grams of the 560, and this is 128 grams of the 9234 HT 9234. So it's 15 to 1. So this is for every 100 grams of 560, it takes 15 grams of this. So we got 138 in there. I've already stirred it up. We're gonna, let me put on some gloves. I gave it another coat of Pardal, or the PVA before we started. I don't want to have a catastrophic lockup. This project's kind of going slow, but I get enough airplane shit around here. Found a job today. Go for the interview tomorrow. We're back in the saddle, 35 bucks an hour. All right. So we'll add this to this. I might have to do this twice. I'm not sure that's going to be enough casting resin in there. You don't want to stir bubbles into this, so mix it slow. This shit stinks, boy. Wish I could put it in a blender. That'd be good. It's not going to be a real long video tonight because there ain't a whole lot to it. I got to do this twice. So once today and once tomorrow to make a mold, and then we'll lay up a wing and see how it comes out. I need to start making the mold for the fuselage. Or the plug for the fuselage, anyway. Man, this stuff just doesn't want to mix. Kind of brown. Yeah, I bet this gallon's only going to make one of these molds. I'm going to have to order some more of this stuff. I did call today. It's the same price, $100 a gallon. So Oh, shit. Pudding milkshake. Looks like it's pretty well mixed. Let me make sure I got that right. 9 times 15, 135. 15 divided by 4 equals plus 35 equals 138.75, and I put 140 in there, so we're 1.25 grams over, but that's all right. Good evening. Yeah, we got wind and lightning and tornadoes here. So if you lose me because of the rain and shit going on here. Now I heard you're not supposed to mix this epoxy with a wooden stick, so that's why I'm using a screwdriver. I'd rather use a paint stirrer, but man, that's got to be good enough. It's got to be good enough. Maybe once more. That looks better. Got to be an even gray, not an even brown. There we go. Shit. I'd like this. I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm going to have to mix up some more, I think. Now it's going to take 2 of these. maybe. No, maybe one will do. Yep, I think one's going to do it. I thought it was going to take two. I don't want to make too thick a mold. For $100, I don't want to waste any of this stuff. It really could be. I really could do another one. Maybe we'll do a half one more. One and a half. So we'll do another 400. 450. It's only about 3/4 of an inch thick. I'd like to have an inch and a half thick at least. Okay, so we want 450 more. Shit, this stuff is so messy. Okay. Yeah. Heavy too. 200, 300, 450. $450. Yep. $450. So we need 52 grams of hardener. 4 times 15 is, nope, that ain't right. Better use the calculator. 4 times 15, 60. $67.50. $67.50. So 60. Oh shit. That's 85. $71. 66. Close enough. Okay, more Stern. So we got, how much should we have here? $547. Yeah, that should bring it up another half inch. One and a half. We'll get the hump on anyway. If you like this type of content, make sure to give me a like. I noticed that a lot of people who watch this are not subscribed. You guys need to subscribe and like and share it around to Facebook. One thing I have learned about this, it's really not that critical. But the only thing you need to pay attention to is to get this thing sealed up so it doesn't leak all over the bench. Now this is aluminum impregnated. So we're not making a billet aluminum mold, we're just making a casted aluminum mold. And that raised it up some. Should be good enough because I'm going to vacuum bag this stuff with a breather cloth and peel ply on the inside. So the outside will be slick, but the inside will be peel plied because I don't have a plug like I do on my tanks. Now, I don't know how Doran's doing it or anybody else is doing it, but that's how I'm going to do it. I know what I can do. I see some air bubbles coming in here. In order to get those out, we'll take my vibrator and set it on the table. That'll vibrate the bubbles out. Should help. Of course, this is just me thinking again. I don't know what I'm doing, so now you guys have seen me work and known me well enough that I don't know what I'm doing, but what do you think? Do you think it's going to come out okay? I'd be willing to bet that it does. Now, I don't want to set that on here because I don't want it to break the wing out and all leak out on the table. But I got a feeling if I just set it on the table and run it, or maybe set it on top, when I did casting for silicone, I'd pull a vacuum and pull all the air out of the silicone. But I don't have that vacuum chamber anymore. Maybe I need to go to the thrift store and buy another kettle and make another one. Let's see if this helps. Yeah. Yep, that's working. You'll know tomorrow whether it works or not. It's got some air bubbles on this side. That's fine, as long as it doesn't have air bubbles on the other side, on the inside. Oh, if you heat this with a torch, it catch on fire or not? I probably could use the heat gun on it. All right. That's going to be it, I guess. Sit here and babysit this for the next hour till it starts to set up. Working. Nine, 9:25, and 5. $4.50. That's what it was. 450 plus 925, 1375. So we got 13 times 15 times 15, 195. Yeah, it worked out about right. I'm just trying to make sure that I got enough hardware in this thing and I'm not pissed in the wind. And like I said, I was going to put the surface coat in there, which was black, but I only had 15 minutes work time on that, and I didn't feel that I wanted to monkey with it. Okay, that's going to do it for the first half of the Perky week. It's Perky wing. Be the same thing tomorrow. Pull the mold out, turn it over, PVA it, clay it, PVA it, build that case again, and pour the other side. And then tomorrow night we should have a wing mold. Don't want to go too crazy. All right. Thanks for watching. Sorry it ain't longer, but I'm not going to do anything until this is done. So please like, subscribe, and share. Please consider joining, becoming a member. That helps me out so that I can bring you this content. Otherwise, I can't do it. I already have to go back to work to pay for stun hanger. So can't afford it. Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Fair winds, tight lines. Or maybe earlier. Maybe we'll do one during the day when I unmold this tonight, turn it over. We'll do the other side tomorrow and then come back in the evening so we can start laying up a wing. Because I'm anxious to see what these things are going to weigh. At least I'll get some material cut or whatever. I'll have an idea how big the carbon needs to be. I was, that wing or this tank, is 4 layers of carbon. I'm thinking I can get away with 1. So it'll be 3 fiberglass, 1 carbon instead of 2 fiberglass and 2 carbon. Will that be any lighter? Probably not. Should be just as strong and just as light for less money. But we'll see. Whatever it takes is what it's going to take. And that's the way it goes. Alrighty. Thanks for watching. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.